Hey, hi there. This is Murali Sundaram, your happiness coach, and a warm welcome for a very interesting Facebook Live on the very special occasion of the World Happiness Day on how not to be unhappy in your life. Thank you very much for joining this interesting Facebook Live. So, thank you very much for joining today's Facebook Live, and if you have just joined me, just comment below your name. Sorry, I know your name already, it's there. Just tell your city, where are you from, and I'll say hi to you, so that I will wait for a few more minutes for everyone to join, because today is a World Happiness Day and International Happiness Day. So many of my friends have called and asked me, Murali, what is happening? You're a happiness coach. How come you are not doing any Facebook Live? So I just thought, okay, I will just share with you some perspective, some of my understanding, some of my life experience about how not to be unhappy in life today on a World Happiness Day. Isn't it very ironic where I'm telling you about how to, instead of on a World Happiness Day, I'm telling you about how not to be unhappy in life. So thank you very much for joining. Thank you. Okay, that's very interesting. Thank you, Murali sir, for joining from Mysore. Thank you, Jay, for joining from Coimbatore. Satya Prakash, thank you for joining from Vijayawada. And Vijay, thanks for joining from Tirunelveli and Cambodia. Hey, hi, thank you for joining from all the way from Cambodia. Thank you. Muhammad Imran from Delhi. Thank you, thank you. It's really nice to see each one of you. Sudha, thank you very much for joining from Chennai. And Ramesh, I should call you Ramesh and Ramesh, Chennai. Thank you for joining. Very nice, fantastic. I also have Murali from BNI Dallas. Thank you, Murali, for joining me. And thank you, Murali sir. Thank you. You are an amazing mentor and a teacher to me. Thank you. It's really an honor to have these words from you. Thank you very much, sir, for sharing the world's best happy man. Thank you. Okay, and Indra Gautam, thank you for joining. So, today is going to be a very interesting Facebook Live, because I'm going to talk to you about how not to be unhappy in life. Are you guys ready for that? Because today's session is all about what's number one reason. Okay, so what's the number one reason for us to become unhappy in life? So thank you, Geeta, for joining me from Bangalore. I know that each one of you are going through varieties of challenges in your life. So what I'm going to do now is, today in this Facebook Live, I'm going to talk to you about some perspectives of why people are unhappy. There's only one reason, according to me, okay, which I'm going to share, which is causing all the unhappiness in your life, whether it is emotional unhappiness, relationship unhappiness, or financial unhappiness, or business unhappiness, whatever it is. Okay, so there has to be only one reason why this is happening. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share with you what is that one thing that is causing you the unhappiness, and let's see whether we can address that. Okay, so in the meanwhile, if you guys have any questions of what is that number one thing, what is that number one source of unhappiness in your life, so if you have a question like that, you can just post your questions, and I will also answer that question in this Facebook Live. So I plan to complete by 8:45. There's a timer ticking at the top. So if you guys are staying with me until the end of it, I'm going to give you a very special gift also to you. So just stay tuned for joining me in this amazing Facebook Live. So thank you very much. So thank you, Mohammed, for sharing. I am very glad. Okay, thank you. Very happy to receive a daily email. Thank you. Thank you very much for being part of the team. Thank you. Is it wrong to chase victory? Okay, so you have asked me a question. Is it wrong to chase victory? Is that going away when you want more? Okay. So very interestingly, see, whether it is going to be victory, okay, whether it is success, okay, whether it is happiness. If you observe very closely, every human being whom you know, they all want more in life. Okay, everything they want more. Okay, when they are happy with one home, they want to go for one more home. Okay, and when they want one car, they got one car in their life, their dream car. Now they want to chase the next car. When they are happy with their current job, they are looking out for one more dream job which can give them higher salary. And they are always, every human being wants always more and more and more. More of money, more of opportunities in life, more of relationships, and more of experiences and enjoyment. So each and every human being whom you are meeting, they all want more. Okay, so I have not seen anyone who says that, oh, I don't want, just reduce my salary this month, cut my salary. I don't find anyone who says that. So So interestingly, each and everyone wants to know, and then I have Meera ask me a question, okay, how and when to feel contented. Okay, that's what I'm going to talk to you also today. So let's rewind back and understand, okay, so what's happening in our life. You have everything, but we feel as if we don't have everything, okay. It's like, many 95% of the people whom I meet, they have a lottery ticket that they have won, but they have completely forgotten that they actually have a lottery ticket. Now, what I say lottery ticket, okay, let's understand this. You're right now sitting in a chair, okay, so this is something which I do always, okay, very frequently whenever I am completely messed up with too many things and there's too much of tension happening in my life. Very simple. All you need is just, you need to know how to detach yourself. These Uber guys and Ola guys, have you spoken to these car drivers? If you travel in Uber and Ola, you can keep chatting with them and you will find a different way of living for them. And I was once traveling in an Uber and I asked him, okay, what time you started? And this guy is a very, very happy guy. And, he said that, so I just started my morning session now and I just connected it. And I asked him how many hours you drive. He said, no, I will drive for another 2-3 hours and after that I will switch off my mobile. So it means I will get detached from the whole software and whenever I want I will get attached because I'm the owner of the car. So that's a beautiful way to live life, okay. Whenever we want we will get attached and whenever we don't want we need to get detached. So whenever we are troubled with enough problems in life, whenever we are surrounded with anxieties and worries, anxieties of the past and worries of the past and anxieties of the future, there's a very good technique which you can follow. Probably you can follow along with me, that as if you're sitting on the chair wherever you are, just allow yourself to detach from the chair and slightly start floating up, okay, and see whether you can come out of your house, okay, and slowly you start moving higher up, go up. So it's more of an imagination exercise where you slowly start moving higher up and up and up, travel up, and you can still see yourself sitting on the chair. You can see as you go up, you start seeing your building where your house is there, and slowly as you start moving up, you can see your whole street, and as you start ascending upwards, you can see suddenly your whole community and the colony, and then slowly going up, you can see all the main roads and side roads, and probably as you go up, you start seeing the whole of your city. So what you need to do is, as you keep going up, okay, start going up, and as you go slowly higher up, you start seeing the whole state, and then you slowly start seeing the whole of the country, and then you slowly go higher up, ascend up, and you can suddenly go very high in the blue sky, and suddenly you start seeing the whole terrain below, and everyone looks very, very small and tiny. The guy with the problem sitting on the chair, it's you. You're still having the problem, but you're now completely detached yourself. And as you go even outside the atmosphere, what you will find is, the whole earth, the blue dot. And still go higher up, you will see that the whole of the whole earth is nothing but one small dot in the whole galaxy. Have you done this exercise in your life? This is something which I will strongly recommend you guys to do it very frequently, of contemplating, looking at the sky and start contemplating. And today is a beautiful day, a full moon day. Did you try that? I just came down from my terrace, and that's a beautiful scene out there. Just to see that bright white moon over there on a blue sky, it's absolutely blissful. Okay, so probably after this Facebook Live, go up and see the moon and enjoy. Stay with the moon for some time. Stay with the sky for some time. Start contemplating. When you start contemplating in a larger scale, you will suddenly find your problem looks very trivial, because you already are a small of the speck of the smallest of the dust in the whole universe, if you look very closely. But we are keeping the dust in front of our eyes and we think it's very big in our life. Okay, the reason is because of as human beings, we have been conditioned and developed to create more and more expectations in life. You always wanted more in life. You always wanted more money in your life. You want more. There is nothing like I'm okay with whatever I have. Interestingly, I was studying a research paper, and somewhere I was just reading, and I found that there are 7 billion people in the world. Do you know that? But interestingly, before you, there were 115 billion people were there, and in that 108 billion are already dead. Okay, so it means we are living in a universe, we are living in a planet where 108 billion people have already been dead. And they also had the same problems like you and me. They also go through the same relationship problem, financial problem, emotional problem, financial challenges, business challenges. They all go through everything. So what is that one thing that differentiates between the so-called happiest person and unhappy people is, the unhappy people, they always have too much of expectations in their life. They want exactly the things to happen in the way they want it to be. They want their boss to appreciate. They want that particular increment in their job or in their promotion. They want that particular client so that they can sign up on that client. Once they get the client, then they go to the next step. Oh, this guy is not paying me regularly. So then there comes the next problem of payment. Okay, and then once they start making enough money, then they start looking at how do I expand my business. So continuously we are non-stop expecting a lot. So the number one source of all your suffering and worries is coming from your expectation, because you forgot you have a lottery ticket right now. You know what's the lottery ticket? Do you know that the average income of the human beings in the planet Earth is $5,000? Okay, if you are above $5,000 income, you are 50% of the population. And if you earn more than $50,000, that's 0.5% of the population making that much money. Okay, and 99.5%, look very closely, you already have a roof above your top, and you have the clothes to wear, you are eating some food, and interestingly you are holding the mobile or a laptop and watching this video. Okay, so you are already blessed. Being alive itself is an amazing lottery ticket right now. Remember the lottery. Whenever you're going through troubles in your life, remember this one statement. Remember the lottery, that I am alive, I am breathing, I am grateful for it. So the problem here we see with every human being is they have too much of expectation. They want more. Can you stop asking for more? Instead of asking for more and more and more and more in life, okay, on this World Happiness Day, I'm going to suggest you something very simple, okay? And I'm going to since it's very simple, it has been ignored by many people in the world, okay? Ignored by many people in life. Instead of planning, okay, no planning. Don't plan anything. Stop planning, because you have already failed miserably a number of times in your planning. Isn't it so? Am I right in saying? You keep on planning and it goes everywhere, because no plan works exactly the same way. Otherwise then every guy would have become successful by this time. And we all plan. Why? That's one way, one school of thinking, that you need to plan your life, you have to live your life, you have only one life. These are all some one perspective. What I'm going to throw you today on this World Happiness Day is the number one reason for all your unhappiness and worries in life is all your expectations in life. Okay? So what can you do with that? Instead of expecting, okay, why don't you start accepting? So when I say accepting life as it is, I am asking you to flow with the life. The number one way, the easiest way of how you can handle all your sufferings, okay, is by start going with the flow of life. Life takes you in a beautiful way, and life is like a river. And the river starts with the mountain top, and the river, it comes through from the mountain top, it keeps on coming down, okay. It cuts through every stone, every ridges, it takes its own U-turn, it jumps over the ridge. But if you look very closely, every river reaches the ocean in the shortest possible route ever possible. Same is the case with life also. You need to trust life. You need to trust with unwavering faith. Yes, life takes me in the right direction, in the right speed, to the right destination. You need to trust life. Why? Because right now we are using artificial intelligence, but I am suggesting you the ancient intelligence. Both are AI. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. So it's all about saying gratitude to life, each and every part of your life. Okay, instead of expecting, start accepting. Just look at your own life. You start accepting the amount of clothes you're wearing. Say thank you to the clothes. Okay, pay gratitude to whatever you already have. The minute you start paying gratitude, the minute you start accepting what you already have, what will happen is suddenly you're putting your life in the flow. So, this is the most difficult concept for many people to understand, because when you flow with life, okay, this is what I started practicing many, many years ago. When I started flowing with life took me in a very high speed route. Okay, suddenly I was traveling everywhere in the world. Why? Because I just started placing myself in the flow of life instead of me planning, because I know that my individual intelligence is smaller than the overall creative intelligence which created life itself. So if you want to be happy in life, okay, if you really want to be happy, if you want to get rid of all your unhappiness in your life, all you need is stop expecting anything from anyone, okay, and start accepting people, start accepting situations, start accepting life as it flows. Don't worry about what will happen tomorrow. Tomorrow is a myth. You don't know. You have no idea whether tomorrow will even come. It's a concept. Tomorrow is a concept. Yesterday is a memory. What is reality is this second. Can you live life fully? Can we all work with this attitude, okay, of accepting everything, what is happening right now? Look very closely. Whatever has happened in your life, if it wouldn't have happened, you wouldn't have reached today where you are right now in our life. So you need to pay gratitude for all those people who dumped you, who complained you, who irritated you, who frustrated you. Without them doing it, you are not here in this awareness. So my suggestion to you on a World Happiness Day is start accepting life as it is and go with the flow of life. Whatever life throws at you, accept that as a mystery. Accept that and just live it. Isn't it very easy to live? Absolutely no. It's not an easy thing to live life like this. It's going to be the most difficult thing way in your life. But you need to continuously practice. You need to continuously practice daily habits of, for example, I just shared with you, contemplating, looking at the sky. Just go out and contemplate the sky. You will suddenly find that you are one small dust in the whole universe. Okay, so that's one technique which I wanted to share with you. Maybe contemplating on a daily basis about the whole of life and creation. Okay, not yours. Okay, detach yourself like the Uber driver, detaching from the software. Detach yourself from your whole life and start contemplating. The higher you contemplate, you will understand the whole of creation with you. And the minute you start expanding yourself and you see yourself as part of the whole creation, all the problems will vanish suddenly. Interestingly, situations also vanish. Difficult situations will suddenly vanish in your head. Maybe in front of you, you are facing the financial challenges, yes, but probably the intensity or the emotional things that is happening in your head, no? It's been said that no, it's only 1% in front of you happening and 99% your mind is cooking it up. So that thing will vanish. Yeah, it's happening. You start accepting. Yeah, I'm going through financial challenges. Yes, I accept it. So I just trust life, that life will take me the right direction, and whichever way life is taking me, I will flow in that direction. Can you live with this attitude? Whichever way, whatever happens, I will flow with life. This is the most difficult thing to comprehend, ladies and gentlemen. But when you have understood this and started living life like this, you will find life absolutely peaceful and calm, serene. Suddenly you will find new people coming into your life. Suddenly you see yourself in a new orbit of life. And that's what is very interesting. And then you can have an awesome, amazing life. Isn't it so? Okay. So, is there any question you have which you wanted to ask me? So, some of you guys have asked me, some people have asked me, my payments are not coming from my clients, not getting prospects. Okay. Some of them are business related questions. I understand that. So if you guys have any questions, you can just shoot the questions and I will also answer. I have another 25 minutes to answer. So some of the business questions. Okay. So some of them have emailed me also some of the questions. Okay. Like how am I taking small things very seriously? So one of my friend have mailed me and messaged me that Murali, I'm taking all small things very seriously. Why? Because we take the small things and keep it next to our eyelids and obviously it looks very, very big. Again, why do we become serious on small things is because of the expectations. You want the other person, probably you want your kid to eat that particular vegetable. You want that kid to express the same way, that you want your kid in front of the others and they have to be very polite and they should not scream, they should not yell. We have expectations, and that's the reason why we struggle a lot. So, it's from where do you think irritation and frustration is coming? Very closely, very closely, if you see, irritation and frustration in life comes from our expectation. It's an expectation mismatch. You want this, okay? You want life to go in this way, and exactly it's happening in the opposite way. So there's a friction and tension between what you want and what is happening. So that is causing all the irritation and frustration. So I can tell you that you should know how to balance your emotions. You have to handle all your emotions and mind. I think you have heard all these things, right? Enough masters and enough teachers have already told you. But I'm telling you in a different way. Get rid of the expectation. Let's attack the source of the problem, not the symptom. Okay. So let's talk about a very interesting question. One question where Jagdishwar Rao is asking. Okay. So can I know how we can follow our passion simultaneously following the flow of life? Excellent question. Thank you. Now, this is again very interesting idea that has been installed, and everybody said that you have to follow your passion. If you don't follow your passion, you can't be happier. That's something which people have been continuously talking about. You need to live your passion. Yes, absolutely. If you have identified your passion, well and good. If you have not identified passion, it's okay with it. Why don't you accept that point? So many people are not accepting that, oh yeah, I could not find out what's the purpose in life. I don't know what is passionate in life. But I have figured out in a very simple way. Let me share with you something very simple. Ask yourself one question. What is that one task or activity that I can do throughout the day, non-stop, okay, with full happiness? And even if someone is not going to pay me any money for that, what is that something I can do? So for example, I figured out it's teaching. Okay, even if no one pays me also, it's okay. I wanted to share my knowledge and experience. I wanted to teach the world because that was my passionate area. I will forget the whole time. I never knew that more than 25 minutes have already gone in this Facebook Live because I've completely involved in the whole teaching. So that's my area. So similarly, each and one of us can identify what is that one area in your life where suddenly time flies. Time stands still, or you don't even aware of time that suddenly, oh, 3 hours have gone. I never knew that. Identify that one thing, okay, where you forget time. If you can't remember, okay, probably you would have done this by the age of 12 or 13, or just check with your parents or friends. Okay, what was that you were doing when you were a child that suddenly time vanishes for you? And you were doing it again and again and again, in respect, you forgot eating, you forgot chatting with anyone, but that one thing you were able to do that. So identify that one thing, okay. So thereby what happens, if you can identify that, Jagdishwar, you will start understanding the passion of your life. And once you have understood the passion of your life, start flowing with life, because the Vedanta says that the first purpose in life is to identify our purpose in life. The number one purpose in life is to identify our purpose in life, and after the number two is live that purpose in life. That's it. If you can just do that, that's called dharma. That's the dharma of life. So many people do not know what is their purpose in life. They've been just brought into the whole rat race, study, go to college, go to job, and make some money, and get all the loans possible. And then start paying EMIs, and that's how the whole world is revolving around. Okay, so you need to get out of this rat race to understand that. So for that, you need to do a little bit of contemplation. So for that to happen, you need to put a pause. You need to give a pause in your whole working schedule. There has to be a lot of spaces in our working schedule for your mind to start munching. Okay, to identify what is the passionate area. So just see whether you can identify these passion areas, Jagdishwar, and start living that particular life. Okay, so let's go to the next question. Is that acceptance to be visible? Okay, so what is the question is that acceptance is to be visible? Since I experience visible acceptance changes the way people look at you. Oh, Sudha, this is what I always look life at it. Okay, so I wanted to change. I wanted to accept life. I don't care how others look at it. Okay, it's their problem. If they start looking at you in a different angle, different way, with a different glass, it's their problem. Okay, I can only take control of my thoughts, my emotions, and my expectations. I don't have any power on other people's expectations on me. Initially, they will laugh at you, they will ridicule you, then they will stop talking to you, and then once you become successful, they all will come back and tell you, yeah, I know that Sudha, I know you will become successful. So that's how world is. So you don't have to tell that I've already accepted you, thank you very much. You don't have to whistle. You just have to accept and move on. That's it. You don't have to break your head too much, okay? So letting go or ignoring politics in life is right, or is it a sign of failure? Politics, it's a very, very funny subject. Okay, so letting go or ignoring politics in life. Okay, so this is one question you have to ask yourself. Okay, so are you really passionate in helping people? Are you really compassionate in serving the society? If you can do that, then you continue in the politics life. But if ask yourself, what's your calling? And the calling will keep changing. Okay. The calling in life will keep changing. Once that particular karmas are dissolved, remember, everywhere karmas are allotted in life. In your physical life, in your financial life, in your relationship life, in your mental life, in your spiritual life. When you're born, enough karmas are allotted and you need to dissolve these karmas in life. So, for example, you wanted to do something good for the society, you started doing something, and once you got the full satisfaction, that desire will vanish. So once the desire vanishes, you need to wait for the next one to come, next desire or the next karma to come in, so that you can start dissolving that particular karma. So it is not a sign of failure. It is a sign of evolution. Okay. So you don't have to look at it in a negative connotation. Okay. It's not letting go. It's like you have dissolved the karma. You already lived that life. I can tell you from my own life experience. When I started my career, I wanted to become a teacher. My first goal was I want to stand on a stage and inspire 1,000 people. That was the biggest number in my mind when I had it. Okay, when I can speak in front of 1,000 people, that was the goal in which I started. You will not believe, within 3 years of started teaching, I got a beautiful stage where I was inspiring 1,800 people. That evening, you will not believe, the whole desire vanished of standing on the stage and that getting that attention and then appreciation and applause. Everything vanished just like that. And then only I realized, oh boy, that's okay. That karma is dissolved. And then what is the next? What's the bigger purpose in life? Okay. So ask yourself: is there a bigger purpose in life which you can serve the humanity, Meera? Thereby, it's not a sign of failure. It is a sign of progress and growth. Okay. So Asim is asking, is it like to keep life on autopilot? Good question, Asim. Isn't our life already in autopilot mode? 99% of whatever we are doing, look very closely. If you observe life, 99% is already on autopilot mode, right? Right from the time you're sleeping. When you're sleeping, your whole body is already working. It's on autopilot mode. Almost everything that you're doing is almost on an autopilot mode only. Okay, it's that 1% we are talking about, where that 1% has been blown up in great proportion. Okay, by the Western civilization, because they always looked outwardly, whereas this Eastern civilization looked everything inwardly. So if you observe life from an inward movement, you will observe, great masters have observed that the whole life is running on autopilot only. All I have to understand is, I have to understand life. Life is going in a flow. All I have to just go with the flow. So life is taking me. It means life as a boat or a aeroplane, if you want. Life can be the aeroplane which takes you. You are just the passenger over there. It just takes you in the right direction. But does it mean that, no, I will not take any action? No, it's not. We are not talking about inaction. Okay, that's inaction. When you take action, you take action. Okay, but don't do with any expectation. Okay, that's what Lord Krishna says. Do your action and don't expect any results in life. Okay, that's what we are talking about. So when life is in autopilot mode, okay, very interesting. Life happens in a high speed. Life takes you in the right direction, but you need to trust that your life is going in the right direction. Okay, so when you trust life goes in the right direction, you will start enjoying life completely. And when you trust life, okay, you have to trust life. The pilot of your aeroplane, okay, consider that's your trust. You need to trust the life. You need to trust the pilot, and you are not the pilot. Okay, so you can either think that I am the pilot, I have to drive my life. Okay, that's one way of looking at it, and that's what Western civilization is continuously educating. But our Eastern philosophers, Eastern masters and rishis, they never taught us like that. It's life. We just have to enjoy life. We need to live life, and the whole objective of life is to dissolve certain karmas in our life. That's it. Without expecting anything. When you start expecting, you're adding more karmas in your life, and again the whole birth, again rebirth, and one more time the whole drama happens. So that's it. So just live life. It looks like an autopilot, but you need to take lots and lots of action with zero expectation. It's very difficult, right? No, actually it's very simple. Try it and see. Now a question. How to become a coach or a speaker in a corporate to share my experience? Thank you, Ramesh. Okay, that's a very interesting question. I will strongly suggest you to be part of my Facebook group called Teachers or Leaders, and I share with you in that group I share lots and lots of ideas and strategies of how you become a coach, a speaker or trainer for free. So just join. It's called facebook.com/groups/teachers or leaders, and just drop in your application, and you will get approved, and then I will teach you. But again, it's all about passion. Remember, with passion you're going to teach. Okay, so it's a different ball subject, okay, of how do you run the business out of it. So there, when you come into that Facebook group, I will share with you how you can run a group, how you can run your coaching and training business. Okay, any other questions today? So that's good. So lots and lots of interesting questions are coming, but I'll wait for the next question. So till the next question comes, very interestingly, flow of life is something which is very, very fascinating for me. It's a subject which is really fascinating, of living life in a flow. That means no expectation, no planning. This is the last level of life. Okay, in the first level, many people who know me, first level, when they come to me to some of my workshops and seminars, when they interact with me, I will always tell them, okay, set goals in life, okay, and start working towards the goal. That's an LKG lesson. But when you come to the last layer, I will always tell you, you don't need you can actually live a goalless life, effortless life, and live life. Many people have asked me some question, what is your purpose in life? My purpose in life is to live life 100%. Am I living right now 100%? Actually, no. Once upon a time, it was only 10%, and slowly my awareness level has increased, and slowly I'm trying my level best to live 100% of my life. So I'm also a work in progress on this whole process. So goal is to just live life every second, every moment. I want to register. I want to experience it. Okay. Why? Because when you start living life, it's like a mystery. The next second you have no idea. Even for example, this video which I'm sharing with you, I have no idea what to speak. Okay, but I'm just trusting the flow, and it is going through me. Okay, so it's not me speaking; it's the flow speaking through me. When you can reach that kind of a level of awareness, the way in which life flows will be absolutely brilliant. Okay, I don't have another word other than brilliant, because I don't know which guy who designed this life. Okay, it's a beautiful game. It's a video game, beautiful video game. Every time you play one level, the next level opens up, and then the next level opens up, and then the next level opens up. I remember the movie called Ready Player One. Have you seen this movie by Steven Spielberg? Just go and watch this movie, Ready Player One. It's a very, very deep spiritual movie. You will understand of how that there's a lot of resemblance between our life and that particular movie, and as you move further and further, it reaches the last level, where all you need is just understand the whole game master over there. So that's the whole game in life itself. Okay. So let's ask next question. Salim Haq has asked, most unhappiness moment would be when I go for a meeting without preparation. Second, I would be distracted by the official follow when I am on holidays. Okay, Salim, thank you very much for asking that question. Okay. Now, most unhappiness moment for me when I go with the meeting without preparation. Okay, let's understand. When you are in a business, okay, business has certain dharma rules. There are some rules of business which we have to follow. In war, there are certain rules. In love, there are certain rules. In life, there are certain rules. And same as business. If you have decided to work for someone and there is a meeting which you have to go prepared, you need to go prepared for a meeting, Salim, at least the outline, because the person with whom you are going to share is expecting you to present in a particular way. So There the rules are slightly different and you need to play by that rules, but you don't need an exhaustive preparation unless you want to impress someone. Okay, so ask yourself one question: what is causing my unhappiness when I go unprepared? That's a question that you have to ask. Okay, now when I go unprepared, I am unhappy because of what? The person to whom I am presenting, he thinks that I am not prepared. Is your thinking about the other person's opinion about you is causing the unhappiness, or you are not able to present your communication in a flow? Is it causing unhappiness? Because of that, your authority status is coming down, your position is coming down. So ask yourself this deeper question. Okay, what is causing the unhappiness? Okay, the event is not causing the unhappiness. Please remember, it's the judgment about the events only is causing unhappiness in our life, because we are creating some judgments out of that situation, and that is causing only unhappiness. And if you can remove those judgments, you will suddenly find that even though you are not prepared, it perfectly fits into that particular equation. You will always find yourself perfectly giving the right solution at the right time. Perfect. So it doesn't have any problem in that. Okay. So agree, it's more to do with our perception many times. Yes, absolutely. Okay. And yeah, obviously you will be distracted. So your second question of getting distracted by official follow-up when I'm on a holiday. See, this is what I really want. Every Asian. Okay, probably. I think predominantly it's more in the stigma of the Asian world. When I travel across the world, something which I really like in the Western world is the minute Friday is come, Saturday, Sunday is a completely off day. I will not touch my phone. I will not talk business. Actually, for a human being, that space is required. We need to give that space. You need to remove all the clutter in our mind so that we can perform better the next 5 days. Somehow in our culture, we are someone who has to continuously do action after action after action after action, and it becomes a compulsive or a little bit an addiction that we have to work even on a holiday. Okay? You don't have to work on a holiday. You may have to do a set autoresponder that I will reply back on a Monday morning. It's a weekend. If it's very urgent, call me. So most of the time in our business, there is no life or death situation. Okay, a follow-up is required only on a life or death situation, not on any other situation. And if someone is sending you an email, it means it's not really urgent. Okay, if it's really urgent, they will pick up a call and ask you. And most of the time, most of the emails that we are receiving, okay, official follow-up emails, are CC'd emails. You don't have to respond or react to that. Allot a separate time and work on it. Generally, successful entrepreneurs, successful leaders, they don't check email every time. They don't look immediately. They have a very simple system. Every day I check my email at 10 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 5 o'clock, done. Okay. And they also have an autoresponder for every email. It has an autoresponder and says that I check my email only at these 3 times. If this matter is really urgent, pick up a phone and call me. I will settle it over phone. Such ways you can actually become more productive. Thereby, you don't have to work on a holiday. Okay, so it's only our compulsive thinking that we have to work on a holiday. Okay, see, I don't know. You have to look into your life situation and check it out. Okay, but my suggestion is slowly start relieving yourself on a holiday. Don't work on a holiday. Don't attend phone calls on a holiday. All your colleagues will understand. Yes, this guy will not work on a holiday. So obviously they need to find a solution before you go for a holiday, before the weekend comes. So thereby the client also happy, you're also happy because you're able to do it a little faster. It's a paradox. Try it and see. Good. So thank you. Thanks, Salim. Thank you very much. Okay, I hope I answered your question. Now, so it's been a very 40 minutes are gone. Huh? Good, yeah, that's good. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for being with me in this Facebook Live. I hope it was a useful session on a World Happiness Day. And I tried my level best to address some of your questions. Though the time is short, I know I could have expanded a little more also. But maybe, again, ask me the same question. I will present you in a different way. Why? Because I just speak with the flow. So it's not a prepared speech. When you ask me a question, I just share. Whatever comes from my mouth, I don't even know what's the next word that's coming up. So that is something which I practice. I practice this again and again for many years. I've been practicing this. So that's the reason I can walk into any forum, any meeting, anytime. I can just start just like that. Why? Because I don't have to worry. I don't have to think anything. Most of the time I'll just only have an outline in my mind, and then after that it flows. Okay, because you need to trust the flow. It's very important as trust. So one word, if you ask me, the key message of this whole video is trust the flow of life. If you have an unwavering trust on the flow of life, life will be peaceful. Life will be happy. No one can rob your peace or unhappiness. No situations, no events, no one, no people in the world can rob your happiness in your life. Okay. So if you guys are really interested to learn more, okay, I have recently started an online community of happiness community. Okay, so you guys, it's called unlimitedhappiness.mn.co. It's absolutely free. It's a community of like-minded people who wanted to share, learn a lot from this community. I have more than 650 happy, successful business owners and professionals in this community. If you guys really wanted to understand life on a daily basis, on different perspective, here in this community, we all share and learn a lot. So I welcome you all to be part of this community. You can just visit unlimitedhappiness.mn.co and you can always become happier in life. So every day I share something and which will be helpful. Thank you. Thank you for the happy Holi. Hey, happy Holi for you also. Yes, thank you, Misha. Thank you. Okay, here comes the last question. Okay, guys, hold on. We have 3 more minutes and we have one interesting question that has come now. Okay, so how do we control? Okay, how to be controlled yourself? Self-discipline about and all matter. Okay, thank you, Joshi. Now, it's a very large subject of how to become, disciplined. Okay, the question is, in which area you need to bring discipline? You can't bring discipline in every area of your life. Let's be very honest. Okay, select one small area, because if you want self-discipline, we need to strengthen our willpower first. Okay, but willpower is a depletable resource. Okay, and you would have done that. No, many times you want to go for a walking on a daily basis. After 6 days, it's gone. Just like that. You thought that with your willpower you will do dieting, you will do walking, and you know what happened to your willpower after a few days. So we all think that with our willpower we can achieve anything, we can bring discipline in life. Absolutely not. So instead of discipline, you need to build rituals, small, micro, daily rituals. If, say, for example, if you want to bring discipline in waking up early in the morning, for that, what are the rituals that you need to do? It's like a daily rituals. You need to get that, like go to the toilet and take your brush, put your paste on the brush and start doing it. It's like a ritual for you right now. So can you imagine a day where you can't brush your teeth and start doing any of your work? You can't. So similarly, you need to create rituals in your life, Joshi. Small rituals, okay, micro rituals. That will help you to build discipline. Take any one habit which you want to build discipline, and around the habit build a lot of daily rituals around it. Like, for example, you want to wake up early in the morning. It means what are the daily rituals you need? Number 1, you need to sleep a little early. Number 2, if you're keeping an alarm, keep an alarm a little far away. And number 3, you need to tell yourself that the minute alarm rings, I will stand up and go to my toilet. Okay, and then you get that. You start doing brushing of the teeth, and then you need to build one more. Once I brush my teeth, I will just have my cup of coffee or a tea or whatever it is. So you need to build one sequence of rituals so that you get into that particular discipline and habit, and have a tracker and start tracking yourself. Okay, put the dates and start tracking. Why? What gets measured gets done. The more you track yourself, you will always see yourself achieving that. So thank you very much. Okay, so let's go to the next question. Oh, boy, last question. I think we can extend a little more time if you guys are okay with me. How to be happy if your loved one is getting married with another one? Chetan. Interesting question, Chetan. Okay, if you really love that particular person, you should be happy with or without that person. Remember that. It's love. Don't get attached. Right now the unhappiness is coming because you're so much attached and there is an expectation. This is how the life is. This is where you need to trust life. Trust life. Okay. When you trust life, you will suddenly find life is flowing beautifully in the right reason. You may not understand the reason right now, but after 5 years, you will think this looks very trivial. You had to go through this experience. You're going through this experience in life. Period. That's it. Don't analyze it. Don't over-analyze it and overthink it. Accept the point. Accept that point. That yes, the person whom I love is not marrying me, is marrying someone else. Yes. Can you change that? No. If you can change it, well and good. You got the person whom you love. If you cannot change, remember, this is how life is throwing you a googly. Life is throwing you a challenge. What will you do with this? Are you going to succumb to that and get depressed and get frustrated and lose your whole life on worrying? Or are you say, oh yeah, life throw the challenge at me, no problem. I will accept whatever is happening, no problem with me. Okay, I'm ready to accept, because remember, in any situation in life, there is a life lesson to learn. Right now, life has given you an amazing opportunity to learn something in your life. The minute you have understood the lesson, the next lesson will be shared by life to you. If you have not understood the lesson, life will keep on repeating the same things again and again and again and again and again until you realize or understand the lesson. So it's time for introspection, Joshi. Okay, it's a time to introspect. Okay, what do you want to do? Just look into that. You will understand that love is absolutely pure, and love should bring you only happiness. It can't bring you unhappiness. Wherever that person lives, from the heart, bless the person to be happy. Start blessing the person to be happy. You will find the right person in your life. Trust me, life flows in the right direction, in the right way, every time, for everyone. Okay, I hope I answered your question. Then thank you, Chetan. Amisha, thank you, sir. Thank you very much, and you're doing a great work. Thank you, Amisha, for this. Okay, so thank you. I think each one of you have given me some interesting thanks. If you guys liked this particular video, you can share this video on your timeline and bring happiness to one friend in your life. Probably you can do that, right? I think if you really believe that you can bring happiness to someone, share this video. Maybe one person in your Facebook friends may watch this video, but he or she will be grateful to you, because maybe one word, one idea, one sentence from me, or any of your questions which you guys have asked, your comments below, can actually trigger something in somebody's mind and they start living life. Okay, so thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for being part of this particular Facebook Live on the occasion of the World Happiness Day on March 20th. I'm so happy and thrilled to share with you my sharing my wisdom about how to be happy in life, how not to be unhappy in life. Trust life, stop expectation, and start accepting life as it flows. Okay, so thank you very much for your patient watching, and enjoy each and every moment of life. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Bye-bye, see you. You can disconnect right now. I'm going to stay for another few seconds before I say thanks to everyone. So a lot of people are saying thank you. So officially the call is over now. So the video session is over. If you guys wanted to share some thank yous, you can always share thank yous. If you want to share what did you learn in this session, you can also post that. Thank you, Misha. Thank you very much for your feedback. Okay, thank you, Chetan. Thank you very much for sharing, and happy Holi. Thank you, Chetan. Happy Holi to you. Happy Holi to everyone. Okay, thank you. So thank you very much. Thank you, Amisha. Thank you. Happy Holi, Amisha. Thank you. Okay, so with this, what we will do is you guys can close this. You remember, go and contemplate on the sky. Okay, go to the terrace. Beautiful moon day, sun, beautiful sky there out there. Go and have fun with the moon and contemplate on headlands. So, ta-da, bye-bye. See you. Good night.